Okay, so you want to own a gym. It sounds like one of the safest businesses you could possibly buy. People care about fitness more than ever. Memberships renew every month. New Year's resolutions bring waves of customers through the door. Social media is filled with transformation stories, packed weight rooms, and sold-out fitness classes. From the outside, it looks like a machine that prints money. Imagine a gym with 2,500 members paying an average of $45 every month. That's more than $112,000 in monthly recurring revenue. Over a year, you're looking at roughly $1.35 million before you've sold a single protein shake or personal training session. Those numbers are enough to convince almost anyone that they've found the perfect business. But here's where the mental model breaks down. The biggest mistake first-time gym owners make is believing they're selling workouts. They're not. They're selling access. And those are two completely different businesses. Think about it. On Monday evening, your gym is overflowing. Every treadmill is occupied. Every bench is taken. People are waiting for squat racks, yet on Tuesday afternoon, the same building feels almost abandoned. The equipment hasn't changed, the rent hasn't changed, the electricity meter is still spinning. Your staff is still on payroll. The costs never take a day off, even when your members do. Now read that again. The economics of a gym aren't determined by how many people exercise. They're determined by how many people continue paying whether they exercise or not. That's the uncomfortable truth behind the entire industry. A successful gym isn't simply a place where people get stronger. It's a business that constantly balances expensive fixed costs against unpredictable human behavior. Every canceled membership, every broken treadmill, every empty class, and every lease payment quietly chips away at what looked like effortless recurring revenue. Because in the gym business, the hardest weight you'll ever lift isn't made of steel. It's the balance sheet. Now that we've separated the fantasy from the financial reality, the next question is obvious. What kind of gym are you actually buying? Because saying you own a gym is a little like saying you own a restaurant. That single word hides completely different business models, cost structures, and risk profiles. Two gyms can sit on the same street, charge different prices, and produce entirely different financial outcomes. Let's start with the budget model. These are the high-volume chains charging anywhere from $10 to $30 per month. A typical location might require an initial investment between $800,000 and $2 million depending on equipment, leasehold improvements, and franchise requirements. Success depends on scale. Thousands of members pay relatively small monthly fees, and only a fraction show up at any given time. The business survives because capacity is sold far faster than it is actually used. Move one level higher and you reach the mid-market gym. Monthly memberships usually range from $40 to $80. Initial investment often falls between $2 million and $5 million. These facilities offer larger weight rooms, group fitness studios, childcare, recovery areas, and better amenities. Members expect a noticeably better experience, which means higher payroll, more maintenance, and constant equipment upgrades. Then comes the Premium Fitness Club. Memberships frequently exceed $150 per month, while luxury clubs can charge several $100s monthly. Building one can easily require $8 million to well over $30 million. These facilities resemble private lifestyle clubs more than traditional gyms, featuring pools, spas, restaurants, co-working spaces, rooftop lounges, and concierge-style service. Here, hospitality becomes just as important as fitness. Finally, there are boutique studios. Think cycling, Pilates, CrossFit, boxing, yoga, or strength-focused concepts. Startup costs often range from $300,000 to $1.5 million. Instead of maximizing membership volume, they maximize revenue per visit through specialized coaching, premium classes, and strong community engagement. So far, so good. 4 categories. 4 completely different economic engines. And if you mistake one business model for another, your financial projections can fall apart before the doors even open. Now comes the part that destroys most business plans. Startup costs are never the real startup costs. Let's say you're opening a mid-market gym with a target investment of around $3 million. On paper, the numbers look manageable. Leasehold improvements consume roughly $800,000. Commercial fitness equipment adds another $900,000. Locker rooms, showers, flooring, lighting, reception areas, and security systems quickly push the project well beyond the $2 million mark. Then come architectural fees, permits, legal expenses, software, and opening inventory. Before you've welcomed your first member, your capital has almost disappeared. But the real problem begins after opening day. Rent doesn't care whether 50 members show up or 500. Payroll arrives every 2 weeks. Commercial insurance, property taxes, internet, software subscriptions, music licensing, cleaning contracts, waste disposal, and security monitoring all continue regardless of attendance. Then there's maintenance. A commercial treadmill can cost several $1,000s to repair. HVAC systems work almost non-stop because hundreds of people generate heat and humidity every day. Showers consume enormous amounts of water. Towels require industrial laundering. Rubber flooring wears down. Cable machines snap. Cardio equipment eventually reaches the end of its service life and must be replaced before members start canceling. Here's another expense that rarely appears in optimistic spreadsheets: member acquisition. A new gym cannot survive on word of mouth alone. Digital advertising, promotional discounts, referral programs, local sponsorships, grand opening campaigns, and sales commissions often cost hundreds of dollars for every long-term member acquired. If customer acquisition costs rise while cancellation rates increase, recurring revenue starts shrinking long before operating expenses do. Now here's where the economics become dangerous. Most of these expenses are fixed. Whether your gym operates at 40% capacity or 90% capacity, many of your largest bills barely change. That means a small decline in membership can erase a disproportionate share of profit. Because in this business, revenue is flexible, expenses usually aren't. So where does the real money come from? Most people think it's membership fees. They're only partly right. Memberships keep the lights on. The real profit comes from everything built around them. Think of a gym membership like buying a ticket to an amusement park. The ticket gets you through the gate, but that's rarely where the operator earns the highest margins. The food, merchandise, premium experiences, and upgrades are where profitability accelerates. Gyms operate in remarkably similar fashion. Start with personal training. A trainer might charge a client $80 for a 1-hour session. Depending on the compensation model, the gym may keep 40% to 70% of that revenue. One dedicated client training 3 times per week can generate thousands of dollars annually with almost no additional capital investment. The equipment is already there. The building is already leased. You're simply monetizing existing capacity. Next come group classes. Cycling, HIIT, yoga, Pilates, and boot camps allow one instructor to generate revenue from 20 or 30 members simultaneously. Instead of selling 1 hour once, you're selling the same hour dozens of times. That's operational leverage in its purest form. Then there are the high-margin add-ons: protein shakes, supplements, branded apparel, towel service, massage therapy, recovery rooms, body composition scans. Childcare and premium locker rentals often produce healthier margins than the standard membership itself. Now picture a simple jar sitting on the front desk. Every member drops in $1 each day. That doesn't sound impressive, but imagine 2,500 members contributing just $1 extra through retail purchases, upgrades, or ancillary services. Suddenly, that's more than $900,000 in additional annual revenue before accounting for larger purchases like personal training packages. That's the hidden engine. The membership creates predictable cash flow. The ecosystem surrounding that membership creates meaningful profit. The strongest gym operators don't obsess over attracting one more member. They obsess over increasing the lifetime value of every member who already walked through the front door.